It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go. Start.
And here's Wilson to throw right away. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And look at this. The punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's 2nd down. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Here comes Abdullah on the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, this, of course, is an intriguing Week 1 opener. On one sideline, you've got Josh McDaniels, Raiders head coach.
Here we go.
And remember, back in Denver, where he was the head man in 2009 and 2010 as well. And on the other sideline, Sean Payton making his debut as head coach of the Broncos.
2 established coaches. Both of them made their bones on the offensive side of the ball. And Sean Payton won a Super Bowl as the head coach of the Saints. This is going to be fun to see them match wits.
Garoppolo there on target to Adams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
21. Here we go.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 13. 11.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Keenan Allen, 40 yards. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. Abdullah to return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that? And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Davante Adams, touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams, 79 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like down the numbers? There he goes. Inside the 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 75 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
after the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Adams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard
65, 65.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Hey, hey.
A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Left pass, left pass. 12.
Now Wilson on 1st down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Come on.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The left side throw complete to Adams. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
First quarter with the score Raiders 14, Broncos 7.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here we go.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Hey, alert! 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 Stay high!
They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down by a couple of yards, it would appear, as they're able to convert on 4th and 5. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Yeah, Wilson going to change things up here. Wilson looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
At the 27-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Garoppolo now. A little short pass. This is Everett. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Here we go, here we go.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down, Raiders.
Garoppolo looks to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Broncos 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
From the shotgun, Wilson. It's Williams on the catch.
Finding space at the 40. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Hey guys, listen.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Front left.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
The Broncos in their hurry up, trying to get to their positions and get set quickly.
Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Wilson.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Broncos 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
To throw is Garoppolo.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Las Vegas.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
That's returnable now for Smith. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now Wilson changing the play.
On second down, Williams.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
On third down, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Robert Spillane.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out, and as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now an option play on second down.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Zebra. Good shot.
Here's Wilson. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's Jacobs from the gun.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
At the 26. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Raiders.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. Touchdown, Raiders. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo.
And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Broncos 7.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
14.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one,
14.
CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And quickly, they get to the line.
11.
It's caught here by Adams. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
Here we go. 12.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. Touchdown. Davante Adams with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
They run it again with Williams. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Play action. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 42-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Wait. Hey, alert!
To throw, it's Garoppolo.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Past the 20. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the option to give to Williams here.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Punch left. Good job right there.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Alert. Good guys, 4 down. Screen, eh?
Now it's Wilson. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
A run with Jacobs there on 1st down, but he'll manage only a yard or 2 at best. 2nd down coming up.
Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw there complete to Allen. He's to the 15.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time?